this one up. The Wolverines will kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. A first down for the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Pressure coming. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. Let's see what they've got on second down. To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. Backed up in their own end, just find some breathing room. He lets it fly. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Buckeyes send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle, it's Morgan. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
Looking for space to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Moves around to clear up the vision. Lets it fly. He's got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. These fans trying to be like a 12th man on defense. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Running to Green. Oh, look out, there he goes. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach.
Got it!
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. A run for the quarterback. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 Russian defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
They'll try to pound their way in. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. 4th down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? Getting some heat. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Man, those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Orji. Feeling some heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The colors of the day were maize and blue when Michigan won a close one last year.
It was Ohio State leaving the stadium feeling blue after that one, too. The way that Michigan enforced their will late in that game. They were the most physical team when they needed to be, and, David, they're going to have to do that again to pull out this W.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you're the coach at Ohio State and you won every game on your schedule, but you lose to Michigan, it's an unsuccessful year. So he's heard about it all offseason, and these players have too, and they'll be ready for some revenge.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Orji. The sweet feet buy a little time. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground like they did right here.
They're setting up the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
And I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Penalty marker on the field, and the kicker's going to get another go at it, this time a little closer. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking for room, it's Edwards. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Michigan 7, Ohio State 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
He's going to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. Grab near the sticks. It's Morris. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And they tacked on the extra point.
Michigan 14, Ohio State 0.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Advance on the football.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Looking to pass. It's Howard. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see him there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Pocket starts to collapse. Buying some time. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. And this defense, this crowd, this atmosphere, it can rattle an offense in a hurry.
You can shake them up. When you can get to the quarterback and affect them, we all know they become very human. They start seeing things. And with this crowd, they can't hear anything. This place is going absolutely nuts. Nice job rushing the passer, igniting the crowd.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The Wolverines line up to punt it away. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Wants to throw on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Get set.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Dropping back, it's Howard. Throws for the tight end. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And back in the day, you used to line up, and your tight end was a blocker, and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Motion from the offense. Headed for the corner on the jet sweep. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further.
That keeps the score. Michigan 14, Ohio State 6.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
This one away.
Coming out with it, it's Stewart. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse. And the ball slipped out. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Looking for a man. It's Howard. And it's picked off. Looking for more room. The 40. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Michigan. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-6. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Really nice throw there to get the first down. And, you know, when you think about Ohio State quarterback play, especially here recently, it all comes down to efficiency. You have to make good decisions. You got to read the defense, and you got to be accurate. When you think of guys like Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, guys who went in the first round, that's what they did. And
going deep. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Got it set up on the outside. Discards a man. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They're going to run it. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. Might as well give it to him again. Breaks the tackle. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the running back. Tackle is made after the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. Second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Coming after it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Edwards. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
One thing you can never take for granted defensively is the ability to make tackles in space. That was not easy. That's a running back catching the ball out on the perimeter of the field on third down. He's used to it.
It's a fake. The fake, and he wants to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. It's a fake. Shades of Little Giants. The Mad Hatter is loose, and it's a touchdown. Just textbook execution on the fake field goal, and trickeration equals touchdown.
And we saw them practicing this throughout the week, but when are you going to call it? Are you going to call it? Because you got to have the onions to call it in a...
It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That keeps the score. Michigan 27, Ohio State 6.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing. He uncorks one deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh no. That is an oh no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air, it's Howard. They get to him as he throws. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
He's got it, and he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Number 18.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
PAT unit on the field.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He'll come out throwing on first down. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. After the misfire, it's second down. They'll run play action. He unleashes a long one. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Trying to set the tone with the run. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw, it's Orji. Dances away. Got a wide open receiver. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. The give from the gun. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Now improvising. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go back to the air on second down. Snags it. Touchdown, Michigan. And the route is on. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control with this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return.
Take over, first and 10.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Michigan.
The offense lining up for a first down play.
Come on, set.
Looking to throw, it's Howard. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Gators farm. Timber. Gaucho.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. He's looking deep. Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to zip it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. Defensive player makes the nice pick.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Power football with the run. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? To the air, it's Orji. Setting up the screen. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. He'll throw it. Makes the grab. It's Loveland. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end? Just finding the hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it.
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the 1st down.
The Wolverines are on the move. Dances away from the heat. He'll pull it down and run. He caught it. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
And the Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Pushes toward the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the punishment has been extended. They built a comfortable lead, and Michigan is firmly in control.
Hail to the victors has been playing. This team has handled the moment, handled the game, as well as any Michigan team we've seen. They know every year this will be a fight, but Michigan has brought it, and Ohio State hasn't responded.
And I think Michigan has just done a better job executing here in the 2nd half. I love the way they've mixed in the run with the pass offensively. Defensively, they're doing a great job communicating. They're just the more locked-in team here late in the game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick it off.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Offense getting set for 1st down.
Here we go.
Gonna run it. It's Henderson. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against...
And the sack all the way back at the 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter.
Spire.
On 3rd and long, looking to throw away downfield. Grabbed in the middle. It's Scott. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback will audible. They'll throw it on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Judkins. At the 35, he's loose. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Ohio State. What a grab and go for the score.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He makes the grab in the end zone for the 2. They're still down huge, but just working on execution. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Leaves it with the back. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, 4th quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
Nine-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. On the ground, it's Edwards. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That's reeled in. It's Moore. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Now they'll run the draw. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Orji. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Let's go.
3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
That's caught. It's Morgan. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back?
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it 1st down at the 40. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Line getting set on 2nd down. The give to the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Wants to throw. It's Orji. He's got the back in the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that 1st down.
A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
No matter how much